Aren't we ducks? It's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. Oh, it is bitterly cold. I do have the heating on, although I've not long been home from work, so it's not come through yet, but it is so cold. I often feel, even though it doesn't throw out a lot of heat, but I often feel that when I light a candle, I instantly feel warmer. I don't know if anybody else has that same experience. It's like, oh yes, candles lit, I feel warmer. Anyway, I hope everybody is doing okay. I've popped on, I don't think it'll be a necessarily long video because this isn't a new deck, but it's a new deck to me. And I'm very late to the party with it because I think it's been out a couple of years now. It's an independent deck. And it's one that I've always had on my wish list for, it's actually, to be fair, it was on my wish list. I took it off my wish list. I put it back on my wish list. Because every time I see these images pop up somewhere, whether it's a card that's being shared in the Hermit's Cave Facebook group, I always think to myself, oh, I'd love that deck. Or sometimes I see an image and I'll be like, oh, what deck's this from? And they'll say it's the Tarot of Oneness. And so it'll go back on my wish list. Anyway, to cut a long story short, Sandra and I was talking the other day, as we've been speaking about on catch up and things, about the rising costs of the costs of independently produced decks, but B, the kind of ridiculous amounts that are being charged for posting, shipping costs, all that sort of thing. In my opinion, unjustifiably so. £80 or just under for shipping, it's not warranted. And then it leaves an icky taste in my mouth because I think, well, if you're charging somebody nearly £80 to ship and it's cost you 25, what are you doing with that other £55? You know, it's almost like you're getting double, you're selling the deck for the double of the price. Just my opinion. And I know there's probably other selling fees and things associated with things like eBay and Etsy and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, let's have a look at this first because, so this is a trade from my lovely friend Sandra. As I was saying, that's where I was going before I went down a rabbit hole. I was talking about the price and was talking about that, you know, as I've mentioned before, when I get to 1,000 decks, which I'm not that far away from, I really do need to start applying the one in, one out rule because I'm running out of space. And also, you know, I'm going to be more mindful now. If I am letting decks go, maybe I could do trades, and then I know that the deck that's coming in to replace it is one that I really want. And then we got to talking, and Sandra was talking about a deck that she really wanted that I had. I shared my kind of wish list, and she said, well, I've got this and I've never used it. It's never been used. So I said, okay, well, let's do a trade. So we did. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, look at that. It's a little elephant. How beautiful is that? Let's put some light on it. I'm not sure on what crystal or stone this is. I'm not sure if it's agate or Sandra will tell me though, but that is gorgeous. little crystal elephant. And then what do we have here? Oh, this is flat. This is really nice to put a couple of little extra bits in, Sandra, if you do watch this. Oh, beautiful. My favourite crystal. This is gorgeous. That'd be lovely as a pendant as well. But this is malachite, which I've got a malachite bowl that has lots of malachite stones in, including a malachite elephant actually, That's a beautiful, beautiful piece. Love the shape. Gorgeous. Thank you so much, Sandra. That's really lovely and thoughtful. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, I am going to kind of just go through this deck and share my opinions of it, what I think to the images. All I know about this deck is that it's from quite unique perspectives. It gives a different kind of take on the traditional tarot images, particularly of RWS. And I'm all about that. It's why I loved Ehrenberg so much. It's why I love, oh, it's gone out of my head what it's called. The one in the blue box. It's just got like the edge of the cliff, or the for the Fool, or the Hermit's Lamp. It's in one of my top 10 tarot decks of all time. Why can't I remember the name? The Spacious Tarot. I had to stop and have a look because it was, it would have been one of those things that would have really distracted me. And as I tried to look through this deck, I'd be thinking, what is the name of that deck? Yeah, Spacious Tarot. I knew exactly where it was on the shelf because it is one I pull for quite often. So I love those decks that give you kind of unique perspectives and gets you to think about perhaps some of the symbolism within the images that very often gets overlooked as well. So here we have it, Tarot of Oneness. Oh, it's a lovely lovely feeling. It's got that rose petal finish with spot gloss. Really, really nice. Is it Voicey? Is that how you say that? Robin Voicey. Beautiful. It's in a clamshell box. Oh, gorgeous. You're probably saying, yes, we know, Simon. We've seen it many, many times. So it says, we are all channeling the energy of the Fool when we leap into a new adventure with innocence and excitement. We all experience death and rebirth, justice, judgment, and the lure of unhealthy vices. We all need to be reminded to see things from a new perspective, and that the ending of one thing is the beginning of another. The Tarot of Oneness invites you to step into the energy of each card to channel guidance for yourself and others. It's really beautiful. I'm going to bring the camera down just so you can have a look. And I normally do that when I pull the cards out, but it's really nice to see how beautiful this box is as well. I'm also really surprised that this hasn't been picked up mass market yet either. And, well, maybe it will, but anyway, as you can see, really, really nice compact box, magnetic clamshell design. Look how beautiful this is. A little fish. So Tarot of Oneness. Well, it's quite a thick little book. As you can see, how many pages is it? 188 pages. Writing is a little bit small, but not the smallest I've seen recently, but so yeah, look, it breaks down here. We've got the Spirit of Cups and it goes through the symbols here. So the bare feet, what that represents, the coral, the parrotfish, the stingray. So everything that's in the card is you get, and that's brilliant, isn't it? That's exactly what you want. Here's the moon, look. So you've got the canine, the crayfish, the owl, the spider, the trees. Lovely. Yeah, beautiful. Looks like we've got two lovers cards showing a female form and a male form. But you see here what I mean about the perspective. So we're looking down where the eyes of the Fool here, looking down at our feet on the edge of this precipice. So it mentions hiking boots. There's a paw print. See, I would have overlooked that, but then I'm not looking. I'm only looking to the thumbnail here. So kudos to the creator for putting all this information into the book. I love that. For me, little white books can be quite I find that they can be quite generic. However, when, you know, if it was just keywords here and then perhaps a little divinatory meaning, I perhaps wouldn't look at it that often, because, you know, I know what the moon, as an example here, represents to me. But having each of the symbols that have been chosen to go into the cards with a little write-up, it is a real bonus. So looking at the book, we get the Macabre, which talks about this symbol here. You may have noticed that the logo for the Tarot of Oneness incorporates a shape known as Macabre, sometimes spelled Merkaba. This Hebrew word means chariot or vehicle, and is also defined as light, spirit, body. I won't read all of that, but yeah, and I noticed that from the front of the box here, we've got the Macabre there. So, nice little guidebook, nice and colourful as well. So, and that's also in a rose petal finish. We'll get the cards out. Oh, the nice edge. Now, I don't know if that's Sandra who's edged this, or whether they came with this edging. It's almost like a salmon pink. Oh, beautiful backs. I mean, look at that. Is that gorgeous? I love the inside of the box as well. I just noticed when we took the cards out, the attention to detail in the production quality. Even this is all rose petal finish. So soft, that would really protect the cards as well. But adorable. Yeah, really like the overall production. I believe they're standard tarot size. Yeah, exactly so. So standard tarot size. They are borderless, as we can see. We have like this kind of font has become quite popular, I think probably since Lightseers, perhaps. We seem to see this more kind of this handwritten font appearing. Oh, this is a very colourful deck. Don't think about any decks as well that have got this this gilding. It's matte, it's beautiful. Cardstock is really nice. It's nice and thick, not too thick. It's springy, as you can see, but it's got a lovely soft satin feel to it as well. Really lovely. One of my favourite types of cardstock, that is. All right, let's have a quick look through this then, and I'll offer some thoughts. I'll just have a sup of coffee. So we have our fall here. I do love this kind of swirling effect here as they're stood on the edge. It mentioned in the book, although I didn't read it, but I saw it referred to the footwear as hiking boots, which again, you know, if they are hiking boots, then that really gives a sense of an adventure, an explorer, somebody that's going off on a long journey. I know if I'm going out into the countryside, I call them walking boots. I think they're more probably referred to as walking boots over here than hiking boots, but you have to be prepared for the terrain and stuff. So it's somebody who's making a conscious effort to go out and explore and to go on that journey, making sure they've got appropriate footwear. Now, did it say something about a bear's paw or something? Because I'm not seeing that. This swirl that I mentioned is referred to as the portal in the front of you, represents an opening to something new and mysterious as you step from the stable ground of the rocks ready to make the leap. The portal swirls with vibrant, intoxicating energy, and I love that. Yeah, there is a paw print, but I'm not seeing it. Look closely at the rocks by your right leg. Okay, so it'll be over on this side. and you will see a paw print. This symbol is reminiscent of the white dog in the traditional RWS deck and symbolises loyalty, protection and truth. Love that. I wish I could see it, but I love that, that the reference to the white dog is in the card. Maybe if I bring it right up. Ah, it's there. I've got my finger on it, look. I mean, isn't that brilliant? That it forces you to really explore every inch of the card to get that. I said this wasn't going to be a long video, and I've got a sense now that it might be. The hiking boots, as I said, you have your hiking boots on and you're ready for whatever new adventure awaits. And the rocks you stand upon are symbolic of the solid ground you are leaving behind. I just love that paw print. You probably spotted it before I did. We have the Magician here. I love this flow of energy and these beautiful, it's almost like when you have Aurora photography done. I had one done back 20 years ago and mine was all the colours of the rainbow. It was really interesting. So when you have aura photography, very often you get this kind of effect. I love as well that we have each of the elements represented here as well. If we think of the traditional magician, he has the elements represented with symbols on his table, but here they are, and he's got his hands open as well. Yeah, lovely. Our High Priestess, interesting. I'm just looking at the book. It mentions, yeah, we've got the moon. We have the pomegranate. Although that's not easy to see. The fruit symbol. This fruit is symbolic of abundance, fertility, and divine feminine. But I'm not seeing where it is, to be honest, unless it's just heat. No, that's not even, that's the card underneath. I'm not seeing a pomegranate. There's lots of bubbles and things here. There's a scroll, some candles, the table, there's a little poofy. I like the pillars, and we've got the black and the white. Oh, look at the Empress, that is gorgeous. See, it's so long ago since I've seen this deck as well. It's like looking at it for the first time. And I also suspect that, because I very often do that, if it's a deck that I know that I want, I won't watch the whole walkthrough. So I may have done that too. But this is beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. We have the symbol of Venus here. Now, I can see a pomegranate there. I wonder why I couldn't see it on this card. Never mind. Beautiful. Very nurturing. And we've got the Ankh there. Oh, these are paws. This is brilliant. Look at the Emperor. What a fabulous card. The Ankh is the Egyptian symbol of life, representing power, authority, and protection. Wow. We have the orb as well there, which is a symbol of majesty, isn't it? You know, somebody is coronated an emperor or a king or a queen or an empress, and they're given the power with the orb and scepter. Power to rule. Here we have the Hierophant. We've got these hands with a book of some sort, I guess, having a kind of a book that's not particularly depicting a certain religious text, leaves it open. But it's certainly a book of knowledge, maybe a book of secrets and sacred information. We've got the cross keys. And if I'm right, yeah, we've got 2 lovers cards. So let's see why if the book says why. So it just says the Lover's card has been interpreted in different ways over the years. While many see it as a reflection of romantic love, some see it as a creating conscious connection that exists outside of sexual relationships. It can also reference close friends and other meaningful partnerships where energetic bonds are strong and loving energy flows back and forth in a beautiful and empowering way. Yeah, and I agree, you know, it's my life path card, the Lovers, and I don't think it is necessarily about sexual relationships or intimacy and romance. I see that more as the 2 of Cups. But it doesn't say why there's 2. I would imagine if it's about a connection to ourselves, then we'll choose the card to have in there that we most resonate with. It just says energy. Sparkly energy flows between you and the figure in the card, representing the energetic bond that connects the 2 of you. It's both magnetic and loving. So yeah, because the cards are from our perspective, or the perspective of whoever's, you know, like the paws of the lion in the Emperor card, then who are we connected with? And I guess, depending on what you're doing a reading on, you would put the card, you know, you'd interchange your cards. You could even use one as a significator as well. Here we have our Chariot card. Again, we have the oh, I've turned a page too many. I was like, that's not the infinity symbol. Where's the infinity symbol? We have the Macabre again, which symbols chariot or vehicle. We have the dolphins. Freedom, willpower, teamwork, transformation are common terms used when describing dolphin energy. We have the boat. Oh, this is just such a beautiful deck. Look at this card. Look how beautiful the Strength card is. Wow. And there's a hand reaching out as well. Infinity symbol. So beautiful. Here's our Hermit card. This kind of reminds me of one of the cards in Spirit Keepers. And I think one of the Oracle cards in Connected and Free by Inner Hue as well. So we've got these dark steps that the Hermit will climb towards that light at the top. And the green light is representative of the heart chakra. Beautiful. Wheel of Fortune. Now this is a really interesting Wheel of Fortune, having this this labyrinth, this maze here. And then we've got the Tree of Life symbol in the middle. So it talks about the birch trees at the back symbolize rebirth and new beginnings. The maze, life can feel like a maze as you navigate both lighted paths and shadows. You can see it's more shadowy on this side and more illuminated by the light on that side. And the Tree of Life, representative of your uniqueness as a human being. You grow, establish roots and get stronger as your lifetime progresses. Oh, it's gorgeous, really gorgeous. We have Justice here. Got the gavel there, look. Looks like it's being used as well. And the scales and the books. Beautiful. So for key 12, we don't have the Hanged One or the Hanged Man. We have, it's a change, and we have perspective. But, I mean, perspective for me is very synonymous with the Hangman card anyway, because in that position you are looking from a different perspective than you would normally. See why hot air balloons floating high up in the sky enables you to view the earth from a different vantage point and perhaps seeing things at a distance that will give you a new perspective. The mountain tops, the obstacles that were once so daunting seem smaller now, and you have the ability to see beyond them from way up here. Clouds part over the hills and mountains, giving you a unique perspective, filling your heart with joy and hope. Love it. So we have death and rebirth. I do feel like this deck may have been inspired somewhat by Lightseers, but it does its own thing as well. So we have the black rose there, symbolising major changes and rebirth, which brings hope and optimism. We've got the falling leaves, fall look, the autumnal leaves here, signifying that sort of transition period before the bleak and barrenness of winter, and then the new life with spring. We've got the snake, which is representing transformation. This sheds the skin to make way for the new. Just beautiful. And look, the feet are there. Do you see the feet? The shoes. And we have feet here too. I love this temperance card. This is an image that has stuck in my mind actually from first seeing, oh well, it might not have even been, that could be a false memory. It might not have even been first seeing it a few years ago. It could have even been shown in the Hermit's Cave, but I certainly love this perspective again of looking down, but that one foot on the ground, one in the water. I love it. And there is a white feather there as well. A single white feather has fallen softly from the wings of the angel. Because again, when we see the temperance card, we see the angel with 1 foot on land, 1 foot in the water, and then pouring the water between the two cups. The rippling here, 1 foot is immersed in the water, connecting you with the natural ebb and flow of the universal life force. Then we have the triangle symbol that we're used to seeing on the breast of the angel. The square represents the 4 earthly elements, while the triangle contained within it symbolizes your body, mind, and spirit. You are bound by the earth and the natural law. So there's so many elements there, isn't there? So many symbols from what we'd call a more traditional temperance card. Love it. The devil, wow. Those eyes are really piercing. Let me bring it close up so you can have a look at that. Fire in this card represents uncontrolled passion, anger, and burning lustful desires. Yeah, wow. And then we have the tower. And here we are, fallen. So we have all the elements here that we associate with the tower card. We've got the tower itself, the external factor of the lightning striking, the fire. Beautiful star card. So gorgeous. Look at that waterfall. I love the colours of the night sky as well. Beautiful rainbow colours all the way through this. Look at that. Oh, be still my beating heart. Look at this moon card. How gorgeous is that? So we do have a little spider there. What's it say? Some of the keywords associated with spiders include ancient wisdom, illusion, and the weaving together of past, present, and future. Wow. Wow. The sun, we're actually on horseback now, look, going across this beautiful beach. Ah, that makes me feel all summery as I'm sat here cold. The beautiful white horse of the sun card represents purity and strength. Sandcastles built by a happy child enjoying a carefree day at the beach. This sandcastle projects the energies of childhood and innocence, because we're used to seeing a child on the back of the horse in the sun card. People often say it's the naked baby, which I just think it's meant to represent that youthful energy. Beautiful awakening card. So this would have been our judgment card. So this one has changed as well. Again, we have the mountains. I love this light with the angel wings, just this such brilliant white light, and the outreached hand. You are reaching your hand upwards in acceptance of higher knowledge and divine perspectives. The beautiful glow with wings outstretched represents an archangel welcoming you to safety, security, harmony, and clarity. Beings like this come from a place of neutrality and love. Gorgeous. I think this is possibly my favourite judgment card. I really don't like the judgment card much. It's too, it invokes too many feelings of my past and, where I've been with religion. But there's just something, it's not about being judged. It's that awakening, that spiritual awakening and acceptance of light and knowledge. Beautiful. And the world card is gorgeous as well with these butterflies. Oh, look how the cloud, I've only just realised the clouds are creating the animals that we'd see around the world card. So the bull, cherub, eagle, and lion clouds, symbolising the cyclical nature of life and progressing through its cycles. These are monarch butterflies. They travel up to 3,000 miles. Wow. And then we have an additional card. It's not numbered. Were the others numbered, by the way? Yeah, they were. 21. So the higher self. So it's an additional unnumbered card. A bit like the Fool. I like that. Although it does say 0, but it's, the 0 it's not a number. But it's almost like in Silicon Way's Shimmering Veil with the Fool and the Golden Fool, completing a journey, and then that sort of higher self. For me, I would probably use this as a significator, because doing tarot readings for myself is trying to connect with my higher self anyway. It's beautiful. Again, all the chakra colours, the energetic flow, really gorgeous. Okay, so then we've got life force energy. Is this an ace, or are we gone into? Oh no, there's still extra cards. I didn't realise. I should have read that it was telling me that there's more than Okay, so we've got some extra cards. So we've got Life Force Energy. Again, we've got this kind of spider's web between the trees here, haven't we? Oneness. Is that the same as, well, similar to the backs. See what they've done there. Oneness. Present moment. And synchronicity. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. I'm not going to go into greater detail for the minors as I have with the majors, because I came on thinking this would be a very short video. We've already been over half an hour. So let's take a look at the minors, and we're starting with our cups. Oh, it's just adorable, isn't it? I mean, look. I love the reflection in the cup of the dove there. Two of Cups is gorgeous. Does that kind of match the energy of our lovers? It does. It's interesting. I love the interconnectedness with the little finger. That's beautiful. The three. It looks like they've got cups of tea or hot chocolate or some hot drinks there, but they've come together to partake. Four of Cups. That's interesting that it's in grayscale, except for a part of the trait. I do need to know perhaps their thinking behind that. Four of Cups. Not right now, for whatever reason, and that's just how you're feeling. You've made a conscious decision to block opportunities, and you know what? That's okay. Things might be happening too fast, or your gut may be telling you to hold back. This may be a good time for you to pause and turn inwards. Realign your priorities and get yourself grounded again. Doesn't say why. It talks about why the deer is there and the elm tree is there. But I think the greyness is representative of the emotional perspective, your feelings. You may have been hurt in the past. Perhaps, it says here, you've put up some walls to prevent getting hurt again. Yeah, but you know, looking beyond that, we get this burst of colour. Love this. Look at this Five of Cups. We've all had that moment, haven't we, at the window? But there's still, you know, the rain doesn't last forever. It feeds the land, really, the vegetation and flowers, and you know, we need it anyway to sustain life. Oh, brilliant. This is such a cool deck. Six of Cups, the card of nostalgia, old postcards, looking back at photographs, trinkets of loved ones. Gorgeous. Seven of Cups in the hammock. Eight. Wow, look at that for the Eight of Cups. It's hanging by a thread that's about to be snipped. Nine of Cups. There's a golden, bright golden egg there. Look, ducks, I was going to say feet, but they won't be feet, would they? What would you call a duck's foot? Ten of Cups is gorgeous. We do get the rainbow that we're used to seeing in the Ten of Cups with the whales. And then we don't have page, knight, queen, king. What we have is inspiration of cups. Oh, look at this. I love the shadow that's being cast here. Action for the knight of cups. So far on board, inspiration for the page, action for the knight, the spirit of this suit of the cups, and the embodiment of the cups. Yeah. And then we have our wands here. Oh, look at this. Two of Wands. Again, we're looking out. Reminds me of like looking for a hagstone, trying to look into another, like as if it's a portal into another world. I mean, it's a different perspective. I wonder if this is some sort of looking glass, because we've got the, it doesn't line up. The 3 from the perspective of the boat. It's interesting. Oh wow, look at this. 4 of Wands. It's like a Diwali celebration, being covered in colourful powder. Wow. That reminds me of the grey. Not sure how I feel about that. That looks like a still from the grey. 6 of Wands, we're being papped. Because of our success. The 7 of Wands. Interesting, that's a very watery scene. 8, love this. 9. Oh, making their way to the water. 10 of Wands. Trying to pull that boulder uphill. Gosh. But have they come all the way on this journey already? I mean, it really does represent that sort of heavy load, heavy burden. We have the inspiration of Wands. It's beautiful. Some of these images are just breathtakingly beautiful. I love the shadows that you get in some of the cards. Look at that. The embodiment. A little salamander there, and the wand. These are crystal wands on the throne. This is from the front cover of the book, although it doesn't have the pentacle on there, but I love that little fish's face. So we have our pentacles. Oh look, these skittles have been, oh no, yeah, juggling skittles, aren't they? Is that what you call them, juggling skittles? So when you think about the 2 of Pentacles and that balance, we often see people or figures in the cards walking a tightrope or on a unicycle or showing some way of juggling and balancing. That's a good perspective. The 3 of Pentacles, wow. That feels more kind of in unison. 4 of Pentacles. Oh wow, look at this. I was wondering how there's going to depict the 5. So we have somebody just in socks, no shoes, and there's holes in the socks. It looks like they're almost standing on ice. Or are they laying down, looking up? But there's a reflection here of the stained glass window. Can't quite work out the perspective, because I thought I was looking down, as we have been in so many cards, at our feet, and also the reflection. So maybe it is on ice, but then we've also got the snow, but that could be a reflection too, rather than snow falling. But it's a powerful image and done well. Here's the 6. Yeah, beggar with the cup, asking for some support. 7, love that, about to plant. The hard work and toil of the land is ongoing. Oh, we have a tattoo here for the 8. You have to be really skilled. Again, we've got a representation here of the Tree of Life as well. Oh, look at that. Look how beautiful this card is. We very often see a bird, beautiful bird, in the 9 of Pentacles and a garden. And the 10. Often the family that we see. This deck is just wonderful. Again, another shadow here. On horseback for what would be our knight. Wow. There's the little bunny from the inside of the box. Cute. Gorgeous. Our last suit is the Ace of Swords. This beautiful parrot holding one of its feathers in its beak. 2 of Swords is interesting, isn't it? We've got the 2 doors, 2 different lights underneath. We've got the 2 feathers. I guess they're kind of in the same position that we'd see the swords. And there's a key for each door. Which one would you go? 3 of Swords, look at that. That's a different take, isn't it? I love the punctured glass that is then splintered. It's often how we feel in heartbreak. Oh, that gives me goose pimples, that image. 4. The 5, look at that. A cup, but it's a beautiful cup, but it's in this barren land. It's hollow, isn't it? I do apologise, that's my stomach. I'm ready for my dinner. 6 of Swords, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So we've got the boat. Looks like there's some reflections here as well. Not sure what they are though. I'll have to look that up in the book, but certainly going to somewhere beautiful. 7 of Swords. Wow. 8. Look at this. Wow. Oh my gosh. Talk about a nightmare card. Look at this. I mean, that looks like cat's eyes, but that looks really creepy. I mean, they all look creepy, but wow, that is the stuff of nightmares, isn't it? It's so well done. This deck is so well thought out. It really is. Inspiration. Oh, beautiful. Action. Spirit. And the embodiment. I love the crowns on and the symbols on these beautiful thrones. What a stunning, stunning deck. Let me know, Sandra, if you did edge this yourself. If you did a brilliant job. Like I say, it's a couple of years since I've looked at this deck, and I don't think, because there's some real surprises in there for me, so I don't think I've watched a full walkthrough either, particularly if I thought, yeah, that's what I'm going to get eventually. I'm thrilled to have this deck in my collection. It's going to give lots of different perspectives with readings. I love doing trades, particularly if you've got a deck that you don't use or you thought you would, and when you've actually started to work with it, it doesn't resonate. It's wonderful to be able to swap that with somebody, particularly when you do then get a deck that really speaks to you like this one does. All right, thanks for being here, everybody. Sorry, one thing I've learnt is I'm never going to start a video off by saying just a quick one, or I don't intend to be here long when 45 minutes later I'm still yakking away. But if you've made it this far, thank you. And until next time, go in peace. Namaste.